قال لا يهوى بو شما مشاق يوشا شما يشبه يهوى الهينا وكاد بوماش بكا. Shalom. May peace, serenity, and prosperity be multiplied unto you all. All right. So y'all, see, it's the same stuff occurring over and over and over again with many of you different Israelites. All right. And this video specifically is going to be on the Israelite woman. Yeah, the Israelite woman. The Israelite woman who knows she's an Israelite. All right. Listen here. It's very few Israelite women that are sincere with the knowledge. It's very few. Very few Israelite women are sincere with the knowledge that they're an Israelite. You know, I hate to say it, but there's many Israelite women that are more rebellious and wicked, even though they do have some degree of the knowledge of the kingdom. And it's not hard to tell which ones are rebellious and wicked, because they like to do this stuff right here. What we're about to watch is exactly what they like to do. All right. The Most High is going to destroy all of you rebellious Israelites. From the ones that don't know that they're Israelites to the ones who know that they're Israelites, he's going to destroy you. And especially the Israelite woman. You know, truth be told, a lot of the Israelite women who know that they're Israelites are some of the worst to handle, the worst to deal with, insufferable. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. You know what? And to back that up, we're going to go to what Malak Shalamah said. Give me a second before I find it. We're going to go to what Malak Shalamah said concerning this topic, because he pointed it out. He pointed it out in the book of Ecclesiastes. He pointed it out. Right? I'm going to go ahead and go to this scripture here. I'm going to go to this scripture. Give me a second while I pull it up. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 28. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, starting at verse 28. Well, verse 27. It's a lot. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. Verse 29. Lo, this only have I found, that Elohim hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. So Malak Shalamah exposed this to us thousands of years ago, that a righteous woman is hard to find. It's hard to come by, right? Even the ones who have some degree of knowledge, especially those who know that they're Israelites, they still full of folly. As we see, social media proves it. You have a bunch of Israelite women running their mouth, speaking on matters that they shouldn't even be speaking on. And a lot of it is fueled with vanity. They want the attention. A lot of them look good. They know they look good, and they just want to show their face off. They want to show themselves off while they think they speaking on something holy. And I can look and tell that this one, you know, she a older one that's still full of herself. Yeah, that's why she all in front of the camera. But you know, enough with my little rant here. I'm gonna go ahead and play this video and pause it momentarily to add my commentary. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use.
Shalom, family. Look, I just saw where someone posted that China has shot down a chariot, or AKA a UFO. No, negative. That's a negative. China, the United States, or any other country cannot shoot down a chariot of the Most High. These are spiritual crafts.
Okay. Check this out. The Israelite woman. Listen up. Even if you get your face in front of a camera and you're speaking facts, you're still wrong. Yeah. Even though you get in front of a camera or you call yourself sharing some type of knowledge outside of your scope of womanhood, you're wrong. You're wrong. See, what she's saying is right, but at the same time, she's wrong. Okay? All she's doing is regurgitating the information that she's received listening to the prophets, listening to the man of Yahweh. Whether it be her head, if she has a head, or some brothers of her congregation, or whoever's teaching her. She's just regurgitating the information, which also proves the point of her prophesying. So she calls herself prophesying about the chariots of Yahweh. Let it continue.
Okay? You cannot shoot down something spiritual with something physical. You can't use anything in the physical realm to shoot down something that is spiritual, okay? These are vehicles of the...
Okay. Not only is she prophesying, right, with her head uncovered and speaking on matters that she shouldn't be speaking on, she's also doing this while driving. She's looking down while she's driving. She got the phone in her hand while she's driving. She doesn't have it on a what is it called? A phone holder. I can't think of the real name right now, but you know, the kind that you stick to your windshield, and then it has a clasp on it, and it holds your phone in place for safe use while you're driving. No, she has it in her lap, right below the steering wheel, and she calls herself speaking on the Most High's business while she's moving a vehicle that's more or less a ton. So much folly being presented here. Let it continue.
Most High, and they are being driven and controlled by the holy angels. The holy angels are running everything and moving with Hamashiach.
The holy angels aren't running everything. Yahweh Elohim is running everything because the holy angels are of Yahweh Elohim, Baal Shem Yahweh Shah. So there you're going off. Okay, this woman's been going off from the beginning of the video. Everything she's spewing, she's going off. And like I said, though she may be speaking some facts there at the beginning, she's still wrong. The entire time she's video recording herself like this, she's wrong. All right? Put it this way. She mentioned Hamashiach, right? She mentioned Hamashiach. She's going into Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. Okay? All right, now, this is why she's wrong. You know we're going to go to the precepts. This is Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 31. And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your Elohim, saith Yahweh Elohim. So Yahweh deals with men. He deals with the men concerning his business. He deals with the sons of Jacob concerning his business. Not the woman. But see, she's the type of woman, and a lot of you Israelite women are the type of women that will read that verse and say, me too. Add into the scriptures. When the verse clearly said, the flock of my pasture are men, she will go ahead and say, and me. Insert herself into the scriptures like a fool. That's the type of woman she is, and how all these other Israelite women are that call themselves teaching and preaching Yahweh's business. Let it continue.
Who's on the throne, right? So at the end of the day, how in the world would vehicles, spiritual vehicles of the Most High, be able to, how could they be able to how would you be able to physically destroy them? Like, it doesn't make any sense, okay? So if you know, and these are identifiable objects. These are the chariots of the Most High. Okay?
Okay. So again, she's speaking some truth, but she's wrong at the same time. And I bet you she's never even had the chariots pay her a visit in any form, shape, or fashion. Yeah, I can tell. Through the Spirit, I know she has not had any visitations from the chariots of Yahweh. No shape, form, or way have the chariots presented themselves to her. But yet she has the audacity to think she can speak with some authority concerning the chariots of Yahweh. I guarantee it. She has not had not one chariot reveal itself to her in any shape, form, or fashion. And I already know that because she's out of order as she's speaking. Well, what should she be talking about? At the very most, what should she be talking about, since she wants to show her face all on the internet? She want to talk and run her mouth. What should she be doing? What should she be talking about? All right, let's go to it. This is the book of Titus, chapter 2, starting at verse 1. Titus, chapter 2, starting at verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in peace. Verse 3, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. So she's not acting in holiness by running her mouth about the Most High's chariots. No, she's not in holiness. But some of y'all may say, well, she's speaking of something good, right? She's talking about the Most High's chariots. The Most High chariots are of the kingdom of Yahweh. So she's speaking on good things. No, it's specific good things she must be speaking on as a woman. Specifically, right? And Akshael goes into those specific things she should be talking about, right? In verse 4, Titus chapter 2, verse 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. Okay, so be sober is 1, love their husbands, 2, love their children, 3, in that order. The fact that she's on here running her mouth and just showing off that she looks good, right? Because we know that end of the day, it's all about vanity with these Israelite women that want to run their mouth about Yahweh's business all on the damn camera. Because she knows she look good. She probably got several men thirsting after her and this, that, and the third, right? That's why. But here it is, though. Those are 3 things she should be talking about. And the very first one's sobriety, all right? This woman's not even sober right now, having the audacity to speak on the Most High's chariots in front of a camera, prophesying on the Most High's chariots in front of the camera. There's no sobriety there. She is unsober, speaking this way. All right? And number 2, even if she did present herself on camera, if she has a husband, her hair should be covered. The covering of her hair isn't enough because she's prophesying. Though she's prophesying wrongly, she's still prophesying, so her head should be covered if she got a husband. So therefore, if she has a husband, she's not showing her husband any love because her hair's not covered. We'll get to it, though. You know we're going to prove it, so relax. Relax. Don't even get flustered. I'm going to show y'all the proof. Verse 5, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Allahayim be not blasphemed. So this is blatant blasphemy that she's on here speaking on the supernatural vehicles of the Most High. This is blasphemy, okay? She's unsober and she's speaking blasphemy. Now, she would do excellent, right? She would do excellent if she wanted to be on camera. Listen, a lot of you Israelite women, if y'all want to be on camera, why don't you record yourself doing stuff around the house? Huh? Why don't you record yourself doing housework? Because here it's listed, keepers at home. Yeah, keepers at home, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Allahayim be not blasphemed. So why don't you just shut up and show the stuff that you do around the house? Or better yet, why don't you just shut up and show how to be chaste? Chaste in your clothing. You can do that too. If you just need the attention, why don't you show the other women how to be chaste in their clothing? Right? Why don't you talk about how to be chaste in conversation and behavior, among others? And being discreet. Why don't you speak on discretion? Why don't you Israelite women that can't shut the hell up speak on these things? Y'all want to talk about everything else under the sun except for the stuff that y'all should be talking about. Why aren't y'all talking about how to love your husband? Since y'all got to be all in the forefront. Why aren't y'all talking about how to love your children? With the diversities that come in raising them. Y'all want to talk about everything else under the sun except for those things. And you're supposed to be teaching that to the other women. You're supposed to be an inspiration, a godly inspiration to the other women. But no, y'all want to talk as the men talk. That's a Jezebel spirit running among a lot of you Israelite women. Just because you know you're Israelites, that don't make you any better than a damn church whore that run her mouth 24/7. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Now, we talked about if she had a head, right? And she on here prophesying. Well, in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 5, it says, but every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head. For that is even all one as if she was shaven. So that's how we know she don't respect her head, if she has one. She don't respect her head because her head uncovered while she talking that noise. While she prophesying in real time, prophesying wrongly, by the way, her head's not covered. Yeah, and that takes us back to verse 3 too. 1 Corinthians 11, verse 3. It gives you the headship order, right? It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Mashiach is Allahayim.
They shapeshift. They're smarter and of a higher intelligence than anything on this side. So I have.
Yeah, they shapeshift, but have you ever experienced it? Have they presented themselves to you? Yeah, they shapeshift. They can be as big as a cloud, they can look like a cloud, or they can look small like a floating filament in the air. They can get as small as that. They can present themselves as a large, bright orb, or they can present themselves as a small orb the size of a baseball, like we seen recently in one of my videos. Yeah, so she's right. Yeah, they can shapeshift, but have they presented themselves to you, ma'am? I highly doubt it, because you should be under the leadership of a man. They're not going to deal with you directly like that. Being a woman, they're not going to present themselves to you like that, because what did Ezekiel 34 and 31 say? The flock of my pasture are men. Yahweh presents his business to the men of Jacob.
To laugh, you gotta laugh at the enemy when they say that, when they want to make it seem like their technology and everything that they have is so wonderful. They're so smart. They know how to do this. They know how to do that. Well, this is my thing. China has already lost the spiritual warfare along with America, right? Their dragons are getting their heads snatched off in the spirit realm. So if you can't even protect yourself, your sorcery don't work, your dragons are being slayed, then how in the world are you able to have spiritual powers to shoot down a chariot, an identifiable flying object? Okay? I want to know how you able to do that. And you under judgment right now because you have lost in the spirit realm. You're under the judgment of the Most.
The Israelite woman that run her damn mouth all the time is under judgment too. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 3. Starting at verse 3. Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 3. For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by the multitude of words. So we know all you Israelite women that get your ass in front of a damn camera and run your mouth on stuff you shouldn't be talking about, you're fools, because you have a multitude of words. Verse 4, when thou vowest a vow unto Allahayim, defer not to pay it, for he has no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. So all you Israelite women running your damn mouths on these damn cameras, pay that what you have vowed and shut the hell up.
High right now, just like America is. You guys have all these calamities that are brought upon you for oppressing and enslaving the children of Israel as well. The real Israelites, okay? The real Jews. You guys are all a part of the Psalms 83 who has been confederate against us, but somehow you have this wonderful technology where you can just shoot down our vehicles, spiritual vehicles that belong to the Most High, your creator. Get out of here. You guys just want to keep gassing yourself.
See, you can tell she's just regurgitating information that she's heard from the men of Yahweh. She just regurgitating that information. That's all regurgitated information. The Most High isn't dealing with her on that level to know that. The Most High has not presented none of these vehicles to her in any form, shape, or fashion. Let's get some more precepts here. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 32, verse 14. Whoso feareth Yahweh will receive his discipline. Whoso feareth Yahweh will receive his discipline. Whoso feareth Yahweh will receive his discipline. And they that seek him early shall find favor. So all you Israelite women that are running y'all nasty mouth all on these damn cameras and stuff to be seen, you don't have the discipline of the Most High because you don't fear the Most High. The Most High told y'all to shut up. The Most High told y'all to be quiet. The Most High said, hey, I'm giving my business to the men. But y'all want to just run your mouth because y'all can't shut up. Y'all can't be quiet and play your role. Y'all don't know how to play your role. You see, Esau done got y'all so messed up with all this feminist liberation that y'all try to bring it into the truth too, to your own destruction and folly. Sirach 32, verse 15. He that seeketh the law shall be filled therewith. But the hypocrite will be offended thereat. So the fact that the Most High tells you to be quiet, all you Israelite women getting on here running your mouth about this, that, and the third, y'all are offended at the law of the Most High. Y'all are offended at it. So therefore, y'all, we can talk about it too. We can talk about it too. Yeah, nah, shut the hell up.
Goes up and make it seem like you're just so wonderful and just be relevant, I guess. I don't know, but you are irrelevant and you will continue to get your judgment. The calamities will continue to come through your towns. The curses are upon you all because we've already did our time and you've been over here in America, just like all the rest of them, oppressing us and stealing from us and enjoying our reparations like everyone else. And so you guys need to stop lying. China, America, military, none of your militaries have anything on the Most High. And it's funny as hell that you guys would even fix your mouths to try to say so. Your military is weak compared to the Most High. The army of the Most High is taking all your asses down. Okay? The 144,000 heads multiply. They are battle.
She's talking a lot of folly. She's just running her mouth and talking noise to the nations at this point. Though there's some truth in it, she's still wrong because she shouldn't even be talking on these matters. But I'm going to let her continue to talk here, and then we're going to cut her up with a few more scriptures and put an end to this whole video.
So there's nothing you can do. Believe me, you have no technology that could ever compete with the technology of the highest intelligence. You guys remember, you are the lowest intelligent. You are very, very basic. Okay? So stop acting like you have power when you don't. Okay? Because the Most High didn't give you that kind of power. Especially, like, you're not in your blessings anymore. Satan's kingdom is up. And you guys been serving Satan. So there's no way that your aircrafts, or you have the technology to shoot down aircrafts that are destroying and demolishing you. In the spirit realm, these aircrafts, they are kicking ass. They are spitting out fire. They shapeshift and do all kind of things that you guys don't even know. They have their own intelligence, their own mind. So You won't even know. They know what you're going to try to do before you even try it. So there's no way you could possibly ever shoot down a chariot. You guys are probably shooting down your own aircrafts because the Most High is turning you all against each other anyway. So you're probably just shooting your enemy down, and you just want to say, "Oh, it's somebody from our side. It's from the Most High," because you hate the Most High and you hate the children of the Most High. You hate the Israelites, and this is why you guys are going into captivity. Revelation 13:10. Okay. You're being put down. All authority is being put down under Yahushua HaMashiach, who is our king. He is here. He is on the throne.
See, that's why she out of order like that. Because she following the Yahuwah Israelites. And you know, they soft on these things. That's why. She of that Israelite sect. They soft on these matters. Of the women talking, the women presenting themselves, being on the forefront and all that. They soft on these matters. That's why. You know, I'm gonna let y'all know something, all right? And y'all can do y'all research on this too. When you look up the ancient Hebrew, right? There's no vowels of U. There's no vowels of O. And there's no vowels of E in the ancient Hebrew language. All of those U's, E's, and O's come from Yiddish. Okay? When the land got occupied, there was a man by the name of Eliezer ben Yehuda who helped shape and form the modern Hebraic language that we know of today, which is Yiddish. Okay? So all that falls back into Yiddish. It is not potent Hebrew. It is watered down. So that explains a lot of this folly. But no, you know, you have some Israelite women who are calling on the ancient name as well, and they still in this type of folly their damn self. But I wanted to point that out.
And you will bow down. Stop lying about the aircrafts of the Most High, okay? Stop lying. Because you guys are a joke. And all of your technology is a joke compared to the Most High. You guys are at the bottom below dust level when it comes down.
Okay, so the Most High muted her in her own video. The Most High muted her in her own video. He was tired of hearing it himself. And he had her muted while she was recording. But yeah, I'm not trying to promote her TikTok. And anyway, we're going to get a couple more precepts and we're going to call it a wrap. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh, he has also rejected thee from being king. All right, so, you know, that was Samuel's prophecy to King Shaul. You know, when King Shaul was being dethroned and Yahweh was getting the kingdom of Israel prepared for Malak the Wad to take over. But we can still relate it to this matter. You know, rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft. So all you rebellious Israelite women bringing that feminist mindset into the truth, you're working witchcraft. And because you're stubborn and you can't be quiet and sit in the background, you're working iniquity and idolatry. Yeah, don't worry. Yahweh Shah backs that too. Revelation chapter 2, verse 20. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. So they're committing fornication because you're sitting in the place of a man, right? You're sitting in the place of a man. You're speaking in the place of the man. So that's fornication. That's spiritual fornication. And you're causing these people who are foolish enough to take heed to you, you're calling them to eat things, receive knowledge. They're being fed knowledge in the sacrifice of an idol. So you make yourself an idol by speaking these things of the Most High's business. When the things that you are permitted to speak on is very simple, pertaining to your womanhood. I leave it as that. May peace, serenity, and prosperity be multiplied unto you all. Shalom.